Fix that. You're almost cut off. Are you going to slide over or something? You're like,
You would think we would have this under control by
well,
now.
you're like halfway off the camera.
Hey, everybody.
I hadn't even put the comments on, but I took the mute
We're
off.
getting along just fine over here.
I was trying to get Zoe to sit closer to me like she might actually like me.
Well, it's still up for debate.
All right, I'm looking at the lots of comments here.
Well, we are so glad to have y'all.
Goodness, that's a ways back. I'm gonna get too far behind if I don't come on. All right, there we go. Hello, hello, hello from Reba.
Well, I said hellos. It's your turn. We can't fall out of our traditional here.
Snow finally melting in Texas. Dean said, ready for the food talk. Well, let's hope we don't get on any of the subjects that were for the last one.
No.
Let's stay on the food. There's Catherine, G, and there's Lori.
You would think we would have it under control.
We can't even remember where we sit exactly.
I made us a new little intro video and didn't watch it before I put it on here, and it was all out of whack, so we had to take it off real quick.
I had it up and I was about to hit live. That's why we were just a few seconds late. Because I was about to go live with it and it rolled over and we were like,
the words were not in the right order.
Well, that's not why that's supposed to look. So we took it back off there and just used the old one.
She likes your blue shirt. I like it too.
Thank you for liking my blue shirt.
It's vibrant.
I actually wore a shirt just like this to the Okie.
You did. It was probably that one.
Well, I have two this exact color.
Yeah.
The other one's probably all faded. But that is what I had on the very first Okie when we were live on Walker Farm Fan.
Yeah.
Sure did.
There's Meg. She's feeling a little better. The swelling from her abscess is going down. We like when antibiotics work because we don't want to take them if they don't.
Cheryl got kicked off the internet again.
Teresa said we all need to go to the Walkers for a barbecue. They have enough beef to feed us all. They sure
They
did.
want if folks start showing up. Hey, that freezer full of beef disappears quicker than you think.
Oh, man.
We only had a quarter cow, didn't we? But we had two hogs and a quarter cow in there, and it goes quick.
It does.
Lori said, speaking of the Okie, I'm ready.
Lori, are you driving back and forth, or are you staying?
I think she said on somebody's live that she was driving.
She's only like an hour.
I think she said that on somebody's live. I don't remember if it may have been her live. I don't remember.
Might have been. Well, I figured she would be driving because she got to feed her animals and all.
Yeah, I think that's what she said. I could be mistaken. She'll correct me shortly. What else have I missed?
Oh, Cheryl's having a type on her phone. She kept getting kicked off the TV.
Well, that's the only way I can respond is if I'm on my phone.
Look!
Tony is awake!
No, that's the disappearing Tony.
Yeah.
He's been
the invisible
missing.
Tony.
He's been missing.
Tony has been gone. I almost did a happy dance. Managed to buy a dozen eggs today.
I bought eggs too.
Yes, Lori says she's driving back and forth. I thought she had said that, but I couldn't remember what live it was on.
Well, we will not be driving back and forth.
No, it's a little bit far. Hey, from cold Minnesota, currently sitting in my car for 45 minutes letting a sheet of ice melt off of it.
So I wanted to ask them.
Them who? Just all of them?
Yeah.
No.
As a collective whole, we are trying to expand our viewing areas. And we quickly realized that we don't watch anybody in the, what's that area? You're ignoring me. Hey.
What?
I asked you a question.
Did you ask me a question? You were about to ask them a question. I was trying to figure out Lori's comment. If I correct you, it'll have to be shortly because I'm short. Go ahead.
I said if no, now you done made me forget. I was saying, our viewing area.
Tony likes my blue shirt too.
There you go again.
I'm reading comments because you're long-winded.
Our viewing family is limited. We don't view anybody in that part of the world.
What part of the world?
Maine and Massachusetts and Washington, D.C. and all that. So I was wondering,
Pennsylvania.
all those areas. What are some channels that we could check out?
Do you
North,
know?
South, Eastern.
You know one that's in that area that we watch, or we occasionally watch. We used to watch them all the time, but then we couldn't catch them a lot because we'd get so far behind. Veggie Boys. Veggie Boys are in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken, and Rhett loves them. I did not think of that, but they're in Pennsylvania.
I thought, Steinmetz. I thought they are up that way, aren't they?
I'm not sure where Steinmetz is. Katie, we actually met Steinmetz and had dinner with them, but I can't remember exactly where they're located. They do really long live watching goats.
They do. Like all day long live.
An all day live of watching goats.
Ryan says Zion Creek Farms. Kayla says
in Ohio.
See,
Kayla, Steinmetz is in Pennsylvania too? Mm-hmm. Or she's saying yes, Veggie Boys are. Steinmetz is Pennsylvania.
That would be interesting. We got to looking. Somebody asked us, and we got to looking.
He's giving his bull to Lester. What? Oh, he's giving his bull to Lester soon.
Oh, that's cool. We just realized most of our people are in our area and kind of straight up.
Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, Arkansas. Yeah. It's all kind of that same area.
So we don't really watch anybody over in that area. He did get gored by his bull. I saw he had a serious run-in with that bull.
No, I didn't.
In this area.
Oh, ooh. No, I missed that.
Yeah. Yes, they do the baby snuggling. Every once in a while, you'll catch.
Yeah, Katie, somebody did say Zion Creek's in Ohio.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you'll catch one of their close friends jump on here.
Who?
The one we had dinner with.
Oh, Steinmetz?
The bull tried to castrate him.
I watch mostly Alabama, Texas, and Oakley.
Yeah, that's
too. We have Arkansas and Florida.
Yes. Georgia.
Some Georgia. Yes. They have 2 YouTube channels called The Veggie Boys, and other channel is called A Stable Life, and it's about horses. Never even seen that one.
We just love watching the Veggie Boys. We haven't watched them as much, but we used to watch them all the time.
We watched them when we were little. Because Rhett, when he was very, very small, would copy the daddy off Veggie Boys. Where's my pants?
Where's my pants? He always said that at the end of the video. He was only
like a year old. He's like, where's my pants?
And Grandpa would call from the other room, where's my pants? And
Dean, we mentioned Georgia. Dean said he's in Georgia.
Dean is not in Georgia.
I don't know. I just said we mentioned Georgia.
But we like watching them. They're a wholesome channel.
Who?
The Veggie Boys.
Oh, we don't watch it very much anymore.
We do every periodically.
We run out of time.
Yeah. Yes, dear. He has to give me a hug. What does Grandpa say?
Where's my pants?
Where's my pants?
What do you mean I'm not in Georgia?
Oh, he is in Georgia.
You've got me confused.
I thought Dean was overseas.
No, that's Neil.
I thought they were both overseas.
No. Goes
Look
to show
at
you don't
you.
watch the best YouTube channel in Georgia. Dane, she thought you were Neil.
No, I thought they were both.
No, you got him confused with Neil. You said
No,
he's
I know
overseas.
that Neil is.
Homesteading with Zimmerman's. She releases video on Saturday morning. She grew up Mennonite, still raises her kids that way.
Make a note of them.
I too say, where's my pants? What am I making a note of?
These ones.
Oh, God. I do good to get all my prayer requests typed in. Now you want me to keep up with stuff.
Catherine said Tony don't even wear pants.
Tony wears shorts. Let's be nice.
That's not what she said.
Well,
She said Tony don't wear pants.
Zoe, we're going to steer away from that and say that she is saying that because Tony wears shorts.
She just didn't put the ... He only
What
wears
am I
shorts.
watching? What am I typing in?
Zimmerman.
Y'all need to be watching more channels in Northeast Oklahoma. We do.
What?
Lori said y'all need to be watching more channels in Northeast Oklahoma.
I do remember meeting you.
Walker's is in.
A big. You was a tall fella.
Walker's is Northeast Oklahoma.
Homesteading with the Zimmermans.
Okay.
And then you put
Here,
she said, okay, he wears shorts.
See, that's what I want to try to do. That's what I was trying to go with, is getting away from the way Zoe was trying to say it. And she said Montana Ranch Rescue. If it's Montana, let's go in the opposite direction of where Zoe's talking about.
There's Christy and Scott. And I bet Halen.
Maybe.
I wonder if Halen and Rhett's been in the same class.
Say she don't remember me. I'm just 4'3".
He was not 4'3", was he? I thought he was tall.
Zoe, you thought he lived in the UK a few minutes ago.
I didn't meet nobody 4'3" except Jenna. Jenna was short. Jenna was short.
Where's Jenna been?
I don't know.
I haven't seen Jenna in a while.
She was short one.
Hang on. You would enjoy her, Zoe. She cooks the old way on a cook stove.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to look.
She is on Edge.
She's in Edge.
Oh, in Edge.
We're talking about.
Oh, she's at church.
Halen, yeah. Yeah, Rhett's still in the.
Maybe you could stay in the Walker Schoolie when you go to the expo. We got our accommodations booked, Jacob. We're ready to go.
It ain't gonna be long.
It's not.
Jacob's in Pennsylvania.
Zimmerman does a lot of preserving and make food from what they grow on their farm. That's cool. The direction we hope we're headed.
Yes. Do you even remember where you met me at? Was it when you were in London last time?
Keep going, Dean. You can convince her of anything. Zoe's never been to London, but she'll end up agreeing with you.
I can't. I'm putting my foot in my mouth. Gonna be chewing my toenails in a minute.
Was it at Pedals?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No.
Me neither.
Nope, that was Surviving in Alabama I'm thinking of.
Well, Zoe, you met a lot more than Surviving in Alabama.
I just remember him being a big fella.
Oh. I think it was probably at Pedals.
Probably, if he's from Georgia.
I'm 99.9% sure.
Okay, so Catherine met him at Pedals.
Lori, that was not the first time we met.
It was over a very long lunch. No, that was not the
That was not the first time we met,
That was the
Lori.
first time I tried to hug you and you broke my heart. My heart went from this.
That's the first time you refused to hug Zoe, but says Zimmerman's are in Iowa.
Oh.
She said that's what I remember. Does anyone remember I See London, I See France? That's Tony doing that.
Lori, we went and had pizza together for Natalie's birthday. That was probably the first time.
No, we had met Lori before that.
We had met her, but we had dinner together. Then we had dinner at the other place. Then we had dinner at that other place again, and maybe another time again.
I don't think Lori remembers when she met you.
Well, ain't nobody seeing Rhett's underpants because he don't
Don't-
like underpants. Nope, that was first time at the pizza place. Yep, I thought so. And she tried to eat Rhett's pizza, and he was like,
I thought we had met Lori at the Okie
"We
the
met
previous
Lori at the Okie. That was the first time we actually sat down and talked and stuff."
Oh, well, probably so, but I think we had met vaguely
Hey, Dad.
at the previous Okie.
I'm sure we did.
She's still talking about that long lunch, and we never actually got to eat. It was at Pedal's year before last. The tent was on the end next to Brandon Walker Farm, and G&G was all in one area.
Yeah.
We were on the very end.
Yep.
That was when you went live with both of them
I sure did.
to try to get
to 10,000
alpacas. But I have no idea if I was even over there, and if I was, I don't remember meeting them because I didn't know. Neil, today's subject is Dean, but I didn't remember until lives with when he would get on Brandon Eddie's lives.
Yeah.
And then he jumped over here, and that's when I knew who Dean was. So I don't know if I was even there.
Sue said Dean, she was there then too.
I have no idea if I was over there when y'all met.
There ain't no telling, me and you wasn't together a whole lot.
Not that day. Neil said he needs to get his silly comments ready. Well, Neil, she has already announced that she thought Dean was from overseas, and I was like, you mean the UK as in Neil? So she had y'all confused.
I did not.
Yes, she did.
I thought they both were.
You.
Lana said she was there too. Look, we was all there.
We've met Londa a time or two, and we've met Tony and Catherine a time or two.
Yeah.
It was all kind of in that area.
So.
And nobody knows where, but we've met Lori.
Right.
Y'all can't figure out where it happened.
It
was not at that Mexican joint.
Oh. Kayla was there too.
Kayla was there for that. It was the first time we ever met Kayla. Oh, not surprising. I've been a guest on Dean's channel a few times.
Christy yawned at church and wondered if I was behind her yawning.
Probably.
I might have yawned a time or two myself.
Christy, I don't pay attention to it as much in church. If she does it on the live, it catches my attention, but I'm usually trying to pay attention elsewhere in church, so she's probably yawning then too. It's Monday after 3 p.m. here, and I'm under the weather, so enjoying a dose of Zoe idioisms. At
least you didn't call me an idiot.
Well, Zoe has us living next door to each other.
If you don't live on my street, then you all live in another subdivision down the road. So you guess, you know what I need
Cheryl
to tell
said
them?
The first Okie Expo.
You know what I need to tell them?
What you need to tell them?
You went viral.
No, I didn't.
Nick has
I didn't.
Gone viral.
That's not viral, baby. I don't think that counts as viral. It's a lot of views, but I don't think it counts
Nick
as viral.
has 260,000 views on his s'mores in a cone. I think that counts.
Do you know why I have so many views?
No, it don't matter.
No, hang on. I'm going to tell them. Do y'all know why? Does anybody have you viral or a virus? It's more of a virus, Lorraine. If any of y'all can tell me what made Zoe cut the comments off on that video. What ended up getting it so many views?
That's irrelevant to why we have so many views.
So here, Dean is next door, about 4,500 miles. But we're all neighbors on YouTube. So here is the truth behind why the s'mores have so many views. because there started being a lot of comments because the guy eating the s'more was so out of breath he didn't need any more of them. Well, I wasn't going into explaining the fact that we had just been dragging logs on that fire.
And you only had 4 layers of clothes on.
But
people are mean.
Old fat boy still has COVID lung too. I still have a lot of scarring from that pneumonia. But I was out of breath from dragging logs. I had drug about 6 logs up there from the tractor. And I sat down and Zoe shoved that s'more in my hand and we did a video. Well, I was a little bit out of breath. Well, that started the controversial comments, which I was fine with because it was driving views. And then Zoe finally got sick of it and cut the comments off. So even nice comments, I couldn't go back and answer them. But there it is. Y'all know I don't hide nothing. I'll show you the good and the bad. So that's what happened.
But with it, you got 260,000 views for being a big boy that ate a s'mores cone.
Tony's laid out right now laughing. Well, that is actually now truly viral. Rhett's backing my truck up where Zoe said Daddy cheated, which wasn't really Zoe, even though people have made mean comments to Zoe. I'm the one that did that.
Well, it has 12 million views.
But it has 12 million views, and a lot of that was driven by comments about how bad his hand signals were.
And he sounds like a duck.
Yeah, he sounds like a duck or Bobby Hill or a crow.
He's been smoking for 56 years. You know what I put?
I always tell him we can't get him quit.
I always tell him he's actually been smoking 57, but I'll take 56.
They'll say, why does he sound like he's been smoking for 40 years? So we can't get him to quit.
I'll tell him. We tried to tell him put him down about 6 years ago. And
but that's what's been driving that.
I'm all right with it. We've learned to filter them, and people are going to type stuff. We all know that.
But it got views.
Actually, somebody said one time he sounds like a duck, and I said, no, he actually sounds like Bobby Hill. Like, I just go with it.
Because everybody else been saying that.
Apparently he sounds like Bobby Hill.
But I did manage to get a lot of views out of it.
That's right, Tanya. She said bad comments pay just as much as nice.
Tanya, actually, a lot of times bad comments pay more because people are more likely to leave you a rude comment than a nice one. So you actually get more comments that way.
Yeah.
So the more comments you get, the more they push it, so more viewers. And that's what happens.
Then sometimes you'll say something about, I've been guilty of telling them, yeah, he's been smoking for 80 years now. And then I'll say, or he just has a really bad case of asthma and had a really rough night and made them feel really bad. And then they'll go, dang, dog.
We have got a lot of apology comments
when I said,
no, he had a severe asthma attack the night before. He's good.
Yeah, they don't expect us to come back and say something back. We're still on a baby goat watch.
Tony said it's bedtime. 4 a.m. comes early.
Oh, man. I'll still be asleep.
I'm going troll hunting. I'll be back soon with something to build your comment counts. There's plenty of them out there, Neil. You don't have to worry.
Wait
a minute. Ed says, I'm here, got 4 text groups going, busy. 67 days till the Okie.
4 text groups. I'd be texting the wrong person the wrong thing.
Well, Ed, the other night, Anita, YouTube can tell what kind of comments are said by keywords, but they don't pick up on a lot of stuff.
Right. It don't.
So, go ahead.
You have to manually put in what keywords you want to be filtered.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no, they do some keywords because they'll accuse you of hate speech if you put the wrong stuff in.
Yeah, that's true. But we can filter out anything that has certain words.
What is she talking about? Which goat?
I just said we're on baby goat watch.
Oh.
And you went right on past it.
I'm sorry, I was trying to tell Ed something because he didn't get on Brandon's live the other day. When Brandon was live in the barn with the baby goats, I was watching for Ed because I had Brandon on my phone and we were watching Ed on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
And Ed was talking about catching monkeys. And I was so tickled. I can't help it. Just how absolutely blunt Ed was about catching monkeys. He got me so tickled. I couldn't help it. And the next thing we know, we done watched 4 or 5 Ed videos in a row. But I was going to tell on you.
Oh, gosh.
Because we were watching Brandon on the phone. We had Ed on the TV. And what was you doing on your phone, Zoe?
What was I doing?
What kind of sites were you on at the time? Something that Ed said he's doing, you was on the site looking for something. I'm telling on you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You was on a real estate site.
Oh. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Zoe was... Ed had done got Zoe curious, and she was looking for land for sale in Oklahoma. Because Ed done said he's moving.
I know.
I've asked Brandon if they decide to keep in the new babies, can he name the silliest one after me so I'm not the only Neil?
No, not monkeys.
What? No,
monkeys.
She was not looking at monkeys.
No.
He was going to help trap monkeys in South Carolina, the ones that escaped, but he was telling the story of it, and I was laughing. Did y'all have fun at Monster Trucks last night? I thought of y'all when I drove by the Coliseum.
We had a blast.
The boys loved it.
They did.
Well, I'll put a little bit of it in the video. I know a lot of people can't or not into that kind of thing, but
ooh.
Catherine said y'all can't move. Zoe was looking out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Lorraine said, are they still out? I thought they caught all of them.
I think we were watching the older
They probably did. It was an older video. This was an older video, and we ended up watching 4 or 5 of them getting caught up. But it was a older one about trapping, and we just got to look. And Zoe likes to watch when he's picking the guitar because right up under his arm, you'll see Zoe Baker. Where she signed the guitar last year. Jacob said, who was Rhett's favorite truck? Rhett's favorite truck
yesterday.
When he first got there was Quad Chaos. And so then it became Rampage.
Yes. We went to, it wasn't the big Monster Jam.
No, this is the Monster Truck Nitro
Tour. And so he also liked the fact, though, that there was a husband and wife team that went against each other. He thought that was pretty cool.
But there will be the more known trucks will be in Birmingham in March. Actually, the week after the expo. And he's really pushing to go to that because he wants to see Gravedigger.
He does. That would be so cool.
He's a big Gravedigger fan.
He loves monster trucks, period.
He loves all monster trucks.
But Gravedigger.
And y'all, I'm going to show it in the video. Rhett got to ride in a monster truck. And he was fired up. But there's a little bit of a secret to that. And we'll show you in the video.
Okay.
Of how that happens. But Red did get to ride in one.
And Chance.
Yeah.
And Chance. But that was a lot of fun for them.
Got to meet all the drivers, got their pictures taken with all the drivers. I have a picture of me sitting inside Bigfoot's truck wheel when I was 7. Bigfoot was
I remember.
The man back in the day when I was a kid. They got lots of them now.
But ain't nothing like Gravedigger.
Oh, he is a Gravedigger fanatic. So he will get to do that in March.
Yeah.
If he behaves.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll have to see how.
Well, it's the week after the expo.
So he don't care.
He don't care.
He'll go on the long road for that.
I named my Jeep Miss Tiny.
Oh, that's cute. We like sitting and watching Mr. Ed pick on that guitar.
When I was a teen, it was Gravedigger then too. Yeah, Gravedigger come along kind of the I guess he was kind of the rival of Bigfoot at the time. Neil loves monster trucks. It's harder for them to put a parking ticket on the windshield.
Rhett said, do they get to drive on the highway? He said, they got to have a special road made just for monster trucks to go down the long road. The long road is the interstate.
To Rhett.
He said, they got to have some kind of special road just for the monster trucks to drive around on.
I was thinking today I could make a good sleep video.
Oh, I could make a good sleep video.
And no doubt. Was Bigfoot and Gravedigger the main two that started it all? I can't answer that, Anita. I just remember Bigfoot from when I was a kid, and Gravedigger kind of came along as the rival. That's about all I know.
Lorraine said they don't need a road. No, they don't.
Well, I had to explain to him that you haul those tires in the truck separate, that they have to put those on when they get there, that they haul them on a big truck. And he just thought they ought to just drive them there. Buddy, that won't work. Ed calls the interstate the big road. The big road. Rick calls it, are we going on the long road or just the highway?
Yeah.
If we going on the interstate, he's just going to go to sleep and hope he wakes up when it's over.
Yeah.
Loma said she had been to a monster truck rally. Y'all, they had side-by-side racing, and Zoe kept sending pictures of the side-by-side racing to Cassie, telling her that was her new sport.
Oh, yeah. That's like, there's some money to be made in this.
This is what you need to be doing.
There is lots of money to be made in side-by-side racing.
I don't doubt if it was that much money. But Zoe was sending pictures of Cassie. There it is. That can't be the first one.
It was.
It is not.
It was.
Somebody tell me if she's lying.
I seen a Tonka truck in Raleigh and 2 teenage girls got out of it. Hi, Carol.
Watching from Florida.
Well, how about this weather that's going to move in now? Looks like we're going to be celebrating my birthday bundled up in the living room.
Are y'all seeing that we've got about another 10 days and we get winter weather again? Potentially. And this one is supposed to be much worse. I was reading today that, and this is way far out and certainly not a prediction, they're saying it's a possibility, that it could be 30 degrees below the average for late January.
That means it'll be like 2 degrees here.
Yeah, it would be bad. Lorraine said, did my package arrive yet?
No, we checked Friday. Was it Friday we went by?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the mail was closed. No, it was Thursday. The mail was closed for the president's funeral. So we'll have to go check again.
Winter for you all looks like it has been nuts. Katie, it hasn't been terrible.
It's just the wind.
It's
the
windy.
Worst.
Windy is the problem. Today was actually really nice without the wind. It was about 49, 50 degrees, but then the wind was blowing and it would chill you again. So
Gina said her grandkids went to Monster Jam there in North Carolina today. You need to bring Rhett to North Carolina to see Gravedigger's shop in Kill Devil Hills.
Well, there are a ton of those monster trucks that were there this weekend were from North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, a ton of them. Ed said, is it global warming?
Warming?
Well, that's when they changed the term to climate change, when it quit being warming.
I'll say it's kind of getting very cold, so I'm not sure if that's considered warming. What about
No, baby,
global
that's not
cooling?
warming. No, that's why they started calling it climate change. 49, y'all must live in South Africa. It was 49 today.
It was.
It was
And
49 to 50 degrees.
But windy felt like 20.
Oklahoma, it did not feel like 20.
Yeah, real feel
No,
was 20.
no, it was not that cold. I was grilling. It was not that cold. Cassie was practicing racing, pulling the kids the other day. We made it to 40 for about an hour today. Well, we were a lot warmer than that, Dean, for today. But it was still windy, so it probably felt more like mid-30s to 40, but not 20s like Zoe said. Hard to believe we had that much difference in weather. We had no wind today. It was windy here, really windy.
Oh, man, it has been so windy the last several days.
We have climate change, spring, summer, fall, winter. Y'all trying to set me up. I'm not going off on them tangents. Yeah, y'all trying to drag me into something. One time on a trip from Florida to Virginia, my cousin asked what street we were on. We said I-95. About 2 hours later, he asked again. We told him 95. He said, "Wow, that's a long street." Lori's going to bed soon. Can't wait to have another long lunch. I hope we don't have another one of them waits, Lori. Maybe it'll be a long one after we're done.
Them food trucks get to be kind of a long wait.
You should do a collaboration live with the Eddies like you did with the Walkers. Yeah, Jacob, we might would do that. We kind of did. At the Pedals event, Brandon went live the same time Cassie and Zoe were live. He went live too, trying to help her get to 10,000 for the alpacas. So technically, we've kind of done one, I guess.
It was just
I have a fan running just to get a bit of air movement. So hot and stuffy here.
Need to do it live with Catherine. I know.
We can't get Catherine to do one. She's going to do one eventually. Yeah. She hadn't yet. We're fixing to get an Arctic blast starting 18 to 28 in Temple, Oklahoma.
The 18th through the 28th. That's about when we get, so Oklahoma, we get.
We're usually a couple days behind.
Mm-hmm.
How much further south are you from me? I live in the northwest corner of Georgia, right below Chattanooga. We're dead in the center of the state, Dean. If you were at Pedals, you were about 15 minutes from us. Mm-hmm. Pedals is about 15 minutes from where we live.
Yeah.
Katie said that was one of the first times she saw us was for the alpacas.
I want to go to Minnesota so we can do all that.
We can do it live from the fish house. I want to do that so bad.
We need to just go.
I'm in, but needs to be earlier. I'm sleeping at 8 o'clock. No, we wouldn't do a late night one, Catherine. Y'all need to go live during the day somewhere.
Yeah.
I want to do ice fishing, and we're going to have Sarah just commentate.
Yeah.
See, it's 35 degrees for Lorraine, but that's 95 Fahrenheit.
No, I don't like it.
Well, that's their summer.
I don't like 95. If it would be about 65 every day with just about a 5 to 10% breeze and kind of overcast, I would be.
Y'all, when it concerns weather, I wish Cassie would get on here.
That's how you know we're soul sisters.
I heard Cassie use a Zoeism, and I could not believe it. I heard they wasn't going to have pedals in the past this year. Is that true? Not the spring one. They're not doing the YouTube meet and greet for the spring one.
Right. They'll still do the
antiques in the garden will still be there. So if y'all were watching, there's Jody. Jody, we haven't seen you in a while. I might be live on YouTube Friday.
She's got plans.
Oh. So, where were Cassie and Gary going? When she said the Zoeism?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, they were going to the school.
Were they going that when they working on the driveway at the school? Maybe. So we're watching the video, and y'all have heard me talk about this before. Zoe doesn't ask me what the temperature is, or what's the forecast for today, or what's the temperature going to be. Zoe says, "What's the degrees?" That's it. That's all you get. What's the degrees? And me speaking Zoe-nese, I know what that means. I know that she wants to know the temperature. I'm usually working at this time, but it's holidays for me.
Ed's done a lot of ice fishing. He's drink a lot of Red Bull and shots of 151 rum, and you may catch a fish.
Is that true, Sarah? Is that what you do? Is drink Red Bull and 151 and hope for maybe catching a fish? Let's have a meet and greet at your farm this year.
Oh, man.
I don't know about all planning all that.
I don't even have a bathroom on my farm.
I'm not getting porta potties brought to the farm. So, Zoe, I'm explaining that I speak Zoe-nese, so I know what that means. I could not believe Cassie turned to Gary and said, "What's the degrees?" And I was like, did you just hear her do that?
I did. I was so proud of her.
Zoe was actually proud. Dean Tracy has been having health problems, just doesn't feel well enough to plan the spring event. I think she's also having surgery. Is that right?
Maybe.
I don't know. Yes, you do, Zoe, but I refuse to tell you which. What?
Potty on the farm.
What?
She has to go. She's had to go potty on the farm.
I'm just not going to have one brought out there. There's plenty of portable potties out there because Rhett goes every time he has to go.
Yes, thyroid.
What?
Thyroid.
Oh.
You could have a meet and greet and put them all to work while they are there. Yeah, it sounds like a perfect free work day.
Lorraine, I don't think that would work out. Maybe a meet and greet at the Eddie Family Farm Petting Zoo. Jacob, you might want to talk to Brandon about that. No, that's the wrong life to be planning on. Nope, you just go with me. I know how to catch fish. We take beer and stick it in the extra hole. So
oh, gosh. I need to look up that and see when we can make a trip to Minnesota.
Oh, good gracious. That will be cold. I would pay to be able to help with chores. Maybe that's what we should do is charge admission. You go feed the goats.
You feed the goats for $5.
You take the bucket in the pen and run from Jack.
Yeah, run as fast as you can.
And you take this one and try to get it in the trough without Cinco and Ferdinand putting their head in the way.
Yeah. And I can't guarantee for $10 that the goats won't jump on you while you're running.
One of their neighbors is having a beaver problem. We have a beaver problem too, Jacob, but we're going to take care of that shortly. The beer would freeze your pipes going down. Lorraine, I don't know. I'm not a beer drinker, so I couldn't tell you. I have mucked a lot of stalls in my life. I miss animals. I don't know that I miss mucking stalls, though. We may be going to Pedals in April just to hang out at Antiques in the Garden. Now, there's a good chance that we may show up at the event. We just won't be setting up tents and all that good stuff. But there's no guarantee we may not be there walking around.
I like vendor things anyway.
There's a very good possibility we may be there just walking around. It just won't be a YouTube meet and greet type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably be hauling fig plants and stuff like that out of there. Little fig trees.
We got to work on all that. Add it to our long list of what we
I
got
think that
done.
could be like a sporting event or a timed event or something. Give somebody a bucket of feed and let them run to the trough and try to get it poured in there without Ferdinand and Cinco sticking their head under the bucket.
Oh, man.
And then they have to fill the goat's trough without pouring it all over the goats.
Oh, man.
Because that's interesting.
Yeah.
To get the feed in the boat
There's at least
trough
one that's got a piece of feed on it. Do it every day.
without pouring the feed all over their head. I'm getting my garden ready for winter planting.
Ooh.
Well, Jody, if you were here, you'd be way too late for that. Flint Hills in Kansas have controlled burns, and lots of people pay to help just to see and be a part of it.
Oh.
Maybe you could do that. I wouldn't charge them. I'd let them just come help for free if they wanted to see how to do it.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get ready to
If
do
it was
something.
summer all the time, I would have animals. I just don't like winter and having to go outside to keep them fed and watered.
We could have the Farm Olympics eating.
Lorraine, Zoe is going to be in complete disagreement with me here because she hates it. But I would be fine if it was 50 degrees all year round. I don't care nothing about summer. I like warm weather like spring.
Yeah, I
but
don't
when
like summer.
I don't care nothing about hot summer.
I don't like walking outside and starting to sweat.
I mean, I don't mind the sweat and all that. I just don't care for summer.
Mm.
I like the cool, and I even like cold weather.
Yeah. I don't like the wind.
I would much rather feed in muck stalls in the winter. Absolutely. I met G&G that year too. She was facing the Walker family.
Reba said how much just to hug a goat. Ours like to do, well, some of them like hugs.
Some of them like hugs.
Like fancy. She'll get in your face and snort.
Fancy snorts at you like a pig. Well, I'm not sure what that's from, but I don't like cold. My bones ache.
Yeah, I understand that.
My garden is under several inches of snow. I'm impatiently waiting for spring and warm weather. I don't know. Y'all, I like the colder weather, but I'm talking about Alabama cold. I'm not talking about like Idaho cold or Alaska cold where they're just frozen. But I do think I would get a kick out of getting to drive out on the lake and fish like they do in Minnesota. I think that would be interesting. I wouldn't want to do it all the time. But I don't know. That kind of stuff interests me. It could be 40 to 60 here all year, and I'd be good. Sarah, I'd take it. No doubt. No question.
Like it
Zoe wants it more toward 80.
I like to wear long sleeves without all the weight of the clothes.
Catherine made some goofy pictures of my friend and myself that put them on YouTube. I can't guarantee who we put pictures of on there, Susan. I honestly don't know. Meg says it's currently 16 outside.
What is it here?
Here it's mid-30s.
Okay.
It may be 40 still, but
I don't know.
Meg is not where you want to be.
No.
Idaho's not your kind of place with 16 degrees.
I don't want to eat
and
that
snow
many
on
potatoes.
the garden.
I don't want to eat that many potatoes.
You realize you could live in Idaho and not have to eat potatoes that much, right?
They just have an abundance of them.
But that doesn't mean you have to eat potatoes.
I get a bit squirrelier than normal when it drops below 70.
Same as here then. What did I miss? The only thing I don't like about Alabama summer is mosquitoes. Did you just read that?
I don't know if I read it out loud.
Oh.
10 degrees in Anita, Iowa. It's 0.
It's 0 in Minnesota right now.
I would not know.
And it's 10 in Iowa.
You said it was mid-30s.
16 in Idaho.
Same there, but hers is
Oh,
Celsius.
yeah, yours is Celsius. Yeah. 27 in Dahlonega.
And beautiful.
I bet it is pretty. And I bet, did
Well,
y'all get
they
a
probably
good bit of
got all their
snow?
lights off and
No,
stuff there.
Christy. Did y'all get a good bit of snow in Dahlonega? Do you all remember who was set up in the middle facing down the walkway in front of y'all? G&G was on their left and Walker Farm Fam was on the right of them. Well, Zoe, you did the map that year, so who was Walker's to the right of and G&G on their left? Would that have been Judy? Wasn't Judy close to the Walkers?
Dusty Goat.
Was it Dusty Goat?
I think so. Because they were kind of in the same area this
Christy
year.
said yes, about 3 inches. I bet Dahlonega was pretty with 3 inches. So, Christy, there is an Irish pub in the basement of an old house right there in Dahlonega that Zoe and I love. Was it Shenanigans?
Yes.
Christy, we loved that place. If you're from Dahlonega, I'm sure you like it too. Because when we go back there, that will be the first place we eat.
It was Dusty Goat.
My dad is snowed in on top of the mountain in Scaly Mountain, North Carolina.
Oh, no.
Was stationed in Puerto Rico a few years. Summer temps 75 to 95, winter 65 to 85. Well, that's not bad.
Yes, they did have the loofahs. It was either them, it was Dusty Goat, and it was Dusty Goat.
Christy said they haven't been there yet.
Oh, it is so good. You need to go there.
It's a little small place. I mean, we loved it. I would go back there every time.
Yep, we ate there twice while we were there for 3 days.
Is it downstairs or upstairs?
It's downstairs in the basement.
No, I'm talking about there was one place you could eat like on the main level, and we went downstairs.
In the bottom. You start in the bottom, and then they'll bring you up if they need to.
But where we sat right by the kitchen and all was downstairs, where the stage was and all. I loved that place. Span said 32 tonight, 22 Monday night. Well, it was about 23 last night. It was cold when we got up.
Ashley McBride wrote a song about that place in Dahlonega.
Well, Ed, I'm gonna have to look that up. G&G would have been to the right of you the way you were facing.
Yeah, that was Dusty Goat. That was Rachel.
Well, Zoe did the map. I couldn't tell you. I gave some little girls some money for some seeds that they were giving away.
Yeah.
Was that them?
Their daughter, Macy.
Oh. See, I don't even know. And at that event, I was kind of strung out all over the place, so I don't know.
Well, there wasn't that many.
I was all over the place because there was all them youngins running around.
Yeah.
I kept having to keep up with where Rhett was.
Yeah. Yep, that was them.
What else you got?
I don't have anything.
Are you all out of stuff?
I'm out of stuff.
What about our last video?
We just showed everybody that it didn't ever snow.
So let me tell you about putting out straw while we got a few minutes. I put out straw for the goats and put out straw in the barn. And I was thinking the alpacas might lay in it. I was betting against the cows, which I had that completely backwards. The cows went in there and made a bed and laid down. But I put it in for the goats, for them to lay in. They still had their old hay. And Zoe and I froze to death, went and got another load of hay. Wind blowing 30 miles an hour, got it put out. Put them fresh hay in there. The goats went and ate the straw and went and laid down in the old hay. I texted Jason. I said, I just wasted my time with all this straw. I said, the stupid goats ate a little bit of it and went and laid it in the old hay.
They sure did.
And he just laughed at me.
Max said she's excited to babysit.
To babysit at the Okie? Is that what you talking about? Oh. So we got over to the barn, and there's two big circles in the straw. And the alpacas walk up. Londa may be able to tell me if they do this typically or what, but they walk up, and they are all soaking wet and just staring at me.
Like poor, pitiful rats.
And then we watched Arm's family, and all their alpacas come up and had their backs covered in hay. So I'm guessing that's an alpaca thing, because they weren't coming in that barn. And the cows have been in there laying in the straw, and I would have bet against them. Shows you put it in the wrong spot then.
Somebody did mention, why didn't we put the hay bale under the cover so that they could get to it? But that would have took up a lot of their warm space.
I put the hay bale right at the edge of the goat shed so that we could
access it.
Yeah, but we wanted as much of that area covered with straw for them to get under,
right? Because
what we were forecast with was mostly icy rain, cold rain, sleet, and ice. So we wanted to make sure they had as much space as they could to get under cover. And then we even brought the donkeys over there so they could go. But y'all, none of these animals cared. It was a big old waste of time. Ain't none of them cared one lick. The goats were wet. Donkeys were wet. Alpacas were soaking wet. The only animals that were dry when we got there was the cows, and they walked out in it and got wet. But when we first got there, they was in the barn. Whatever.
She said they don't normally like to be wet on their backs. Could be they were nervous about going in the barn.
Could have been, but...
Well, even over where they had that old chicken coop with the tarp over it, they always stood outside of it.
They did. They would get under it for shade, but they wouldn't get under it when it rained.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, whatever.
Sugar Bear said Chance did a good job helping you spread out the straw for all the animals.
I was waiting for you to put a tarp up the sides. I'm not doing any more tarps if I can help it. We're going to black it in with wood.
Yeah.
The only thing that has plastic on it is the mobile chicken coop. The little, I don't know what we call that, but it's
A-frame.
It's a little A-frame chicken coop that's movable. And I even made sure to put that in the video because the sides were flapping when Chance was putting down straw and corn, but we did nail that down to keep the wind off of them. But the goats didn't care. Chance did a great job helping you spread out straw for the animals. He's a good farm worker. You just have to keep him directed. He does
really good when both the boys aren't together. I had to leave and left you and Chance there, and he does pretty good when it's just.
I don't remember
together.
Where you went, but it was just me and Chance.
I had to run to Catherine's.
Oh, that's right. That is when you were gone. You were, and Matt and Rhett went to Catherine's.
Yeah.
So me and Chance did all the work while they was gone.
Yeah, basically.
How much straw y'all see Zoe and Matt putting out? None. Cause me and Chance did all of it.
I did actually help put straw out. For
the goats a little bit. Cause do you know why? Cause she had Matt putting the rest of the metal down.
Yeah, I done got upset with that metal.
It's going horizontal. Well, hell, it's time for us to get off here too.
We done had supper.
I cooked Zoe a steak earlier. And
so we started our carnivore a couple days ago. And we've been doing okay. It's getting some used to eating a bunch of meat and butter.
and cheese.
And eggs.
And Zoe likes putting cheese on everything.
I like cheese, but I don't like eggs. And I'm trying. So actually,
Dean said if I'd been there, I'd been a big help watching.
Hey, you could have held the camera.
Zoe didn't even bother watching. She left.
I did try something new. Well, everything I've done's been new because I don't like cooking eggs that much. But we can do food talk for 1 second.
Dean would be happy.
I boiled some eggs, and then
that invention was good.
And I made a butter sauce, and I made some butter, just a pinch of garlic, and some sugar-free seasonings. So they didn't have any sugar in them, I guess, because they would be considered not sugar-free if they did, right? And so you boil the butter.
Really? They would be not considered sugar-free if they had sugar in them?
Yeah. So
is that a fact?
I cooked the butter with some seasonings and garlic, and I put the eggs in the skillet with it and let it roll around in it. And then I put the eggs in a bowl and poured the sauce over it.
It was good, too.
It was good.
You have to cut the eggs open because they don't get in there.
No.
Is that the way that works, Zoe? Yes. If it's got sugar in it, it can't be sugar-free. It's only sugar-free if it don't have sugar in it. Y'all write that down.
I had to walk my way through that.
Y'all write that down. If it has sugar in it, it is not sugar-free.
Correct.
If it don't have sugar, then it can be sugar-free.
Yes.
Y'all make sure.
You have to look.
You have those details down pat. Make sure. My doctor just put me on the Mediterranean diet. I wish I could be on that diet. I don't know what the Mediterranean diet means. I hate eggs, but put some butter, diced ham, and spinach in a pan, pour eggs on top, and scramble.
Yeah, we like doing dirty scrambled eggs.
I rarely laugh, but enjoy watching you all because it's good, clean fun. Well, you can't rarely laugh, Katie. That's the only way to feel better. Sometimes I have to laugh at stuff that wouldn't be funny to anybody else, but I just have to. Sometimes it's laughing at myself. Oh, sugar, no sugar. Zoe, you're right. Some free sugar will have Splenda in it.
Somebody said sugar-free has sugar. Alcohol. So you have to look for something that don't have no sugar at all in the ingredients.
That's right.
And then we can have it. But you should try it. It's good. Boil you some eggs. You have to peel them.
Oh, Katie has chronic depression and stress. Don't like much.
I get it.
Believe me, Katie, we know exactly what that is like. So you are in my prayers for that. I will make that on my list because that's tough to fight through. I learned something new. Look, you taught Dean something in your food talk.
He just needs to make sure he peels his eggs and don't put them in the pan before he peels them.
Catherine was almost asleep and you woke her up with that. Y'all, we got to get off here. We're going to go find some sugar-free stuff that don't have sugar in it.
No, we're going to bed.
Oh, we're going to bed then. I got my Coke Zero. It's Coke Zero. It don't have Coke in it.
Is it? No, I hope it don't have Coke. You need to go to AAA.
What?
AA.
Baby, that's for alcohol.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Good night, y'all.
Lord Jesus. Bye, y'all.
Lettuce is sugar-free and it's green. Green is not allowed on carnivore.
And it tastes green.
Bye, guys.
Bye.